Welcome back here with this Money special. We're looking at the starting of the new financial year and how your personal finances will shape up. Well, it's time to take some questions from our audience, so let's get straight to it. Let's see if there are questions. Sir, I think you had put up your hand earlier. Please introduce yourself and then go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon. See, I am a retired person. You can see from my I have a question. Now the interest rates are falling down. I cannot depend on my children. It's a fact of the life. Now, what are the options available as of now? Because I have been putting some money in FD and senior citizens, then some mutual fund. But I came to know during this discussion, Mr. Shah mentioned about a new, credit fund. Can you enlighten something on that?
Within category, you need to invest something in equity funds, not on a one lump sum basis, but on a regular investment basis, so that equity funds typically are likely to deliver better return than fixed income funds. Within fixed income, compared to bank FD today, for the next 2-3 years, credit opportunity funds should do better. Most FDs are giving 7-8% return. Credit opportunities funds today have potential to deliver better return.
But what sort of underlying instruments are we talking about here, so that one should be aware of know, the nature of this investment?
So compared to bank FD, these are riskier products. In most bank FD, implicitly government is standing behind them, that if there is any problem, they will come and intervene. Whereas in the mutual fund, we go and invest into various companies in their debentures, loan against shares, loan against property, NBFCs and so on and so forth. So compared to bank FD, they are risky. But because we are diversified over many companies, we hope that risk will be managed better.
Any other questions?
Yeah. I have two queries. One for senior citizen, aged 67. If he wants to go for a best health insurance scheme, which is the best scheme? And also the taxation part for senior citizen. And second question is for a lady. She is 85 years old. She is a pensioner or a freedom fighter. She is getting pension of 96,000 rupees per annum. And she has to file returns. So she would also like to know, at this age of 85, how long she should keep on investing, which are the instruments where she should invest, and also see that the benefit goes to her granddaughter.
Mayur, what would you say?
Yeah, so in 80 plus situation, you get added advantage of being senior citizen, and you get lots of rebate around it. And therefore, I don't think you have to pay as much tax as you are thinking. But if your earning is 96,000, normally you are not required to file the return, because you are not exceeding your threshold limit of 2.5 lakh anyway. So in such a situation, you not necessarily that you have to file the return and you have to claim all the benefits.
So on the health insurance part, Amit or Gaurav, if you could take it up. Yeah. While of course, sir, you can write individually to us on money, and then we can get into product names. But generally speaking, health insurance for senior citizens is a problem. That's when you need it the most, and that's when almost no one is willing to cover you, or is only willing to cover half the expenses, with a lot of the red herrings and a lot of the fine print. So then how should a senior citizen look at health insurance?
I think, unfortunately, I do not have a great news out there. That's the reality. Okay. I think in our country, the basic nature of coverage of health insurance or life insurance is pretty low when it actually should be bought. So when people are post 60, purchasing a health insurance is very costly. Number two, it will come with a lot of exclusions, right? Like you said, and not just half the money, many of the money you will not actually get. Having said that, in recent past, there are companies who have come with two kinds of different product. One you get with pre-existing disease, another you get without pre-existing disease. I would strongly suggest to relook at the products that you already have, because last couple of years there has been changes, and even if you pay a little more premium, don't try to regulate that. So many times people go for sasta in our country. Don't do that, because at the time of claim that sasta can actually hit you very badly. So I would say that go and declare your pre-existing disease, pay a little more premium, but get your cover properly.
Okay.
Also, explore the option of top-up plans. Straight away going for top-up plans. Now, I'll kind of briefly explain. Suppose if a top-up plan says that we will cover you beyond a particular limit. So, if a top-up plan says that we will not cover you for first 3 lakhs, but we'll cover you from 3 lakhs onwards, the premium would be less, which means your risk is up to the initial 3 lakhs and then you can keep a FD or make some provision. But the higher amount cost, if they were to come up on you, then you have an option. Now, these are products available by nationalized as well as private sector insurance companies, and you'll have to explore as to what are the exclusions, what are the inclusions, the premium cost, and how easy it is to get it. But this is one of the options that is possible now, whereby at an elderly age, you can kind of cap the maximum expense that you will have to incur, and beyond that, some possibility of money being reimbursed to you is there.
A question on that side. Gentleman in the check shirt. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. My question is to Mr. Nilesh Shah. So we have seen Sensex growing from 100 points to 30,000. Now it has dropped down to 25,000 something. And it has grown almost 17 CAGR since last 35 years. Can we expect the similar kind of returns going forward, maybe from a decade's point of view?
So it will be very difficult to generate that kind of return because now our inflation is expected to be lower than previous years. So this 17% CAGR was on an inflation base of maybe 9 or 10%. And if my inflation is going to go down to 5%, then obviously equity return also will come down. So don't expect that equity returns will be as high over next 10 years as it was over say last 15-20 years. But the real return will be still similar. Net of inflation, the returns will be more or less similar.
It will probably still be a very attractive investment class. That's the sense that one gets after talking to the panel. Okay, maybe one last question.
In insurance, suppose I have 52, 53 around. I want to cover the medical plus life insurance, means combination. Yeah. How to, there is no this one medical and no life insurance there, but medical is not there. How to this one plan for this insurance?
There are life insurance product which comes up with critical illness coverage as an add-on rider, but it does not necessarily reimburse a medical expense for other than critical illness. That's the problem. Unlike US, where umbrella policies are available mainly by the distribution fraternity, in our country it has not yet taken place. I would like to keep it separately as dal chawal kind of a thing. Keep your health insurance separate, life insurance separate. You'll actually get a better deal that way. 52 is nothing, sir. In today's world, 52, you will get very, very decent coverage at that. In a very decent premium, both for life and non-life. Makes a lot of sense to take that separately, because if you bundle the cost, overall cost will go up. I would not recommend that. Now,
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the audience for your participation and your questions. And thanks to all you gentlemen for taking out the time and joining us to enlighten us about what the financial year holds. That's it on this special edition. Thanks for watching.